He's oh my God, what the hell is this? He's gonna try it! And will this be enough? My God, Hogan takes it! 1,
I gotta take that down. All right, there it is. What's up, everyone? There's production value for you.
Sorry, Becky.
Yeah, welcome back to another episode of Ruckus Wrastlin. I am Josh, alongside my tag team partner in this journey, Jess and Toner. How we doing?
Good. It's been 2 weeks since we were last here.
I know.
So much shit has happened.
I know. A lot of stuff has happened, and we're going to get right into it. Please do not spoil the Dallas game. They're up 14-7 in my mind, and that's what it's going to stay until we get done with the show. Okay? But if you see me react, that means I looked at the score. Hopefully it's for positive. Without Micah Parsons, it's just not right in the world without Micah, but we're going to be a good offense. I know that. So we're going to be the Bengals at NFC. I know this is not the show, but I'm going to say it now because I'm a Dallas fan. We're the Bengals of the NFC, and that's okay. We're going to score a lot of points, but we're not going to stop anybody. But you know what's also not going to stop are the rumors of a certain superstar that has been vacant longer than CM Punk, but she's related to CM Punk by marriage, which is one AJ Lee.
Yeah.
Becky, we will get into Clash in Paris a little bit later as far as those results, but Becky Lynch comes out, shoots a promo, helps Seth Rollins wins, then comes out on Raw. Her and Punk have a square off face to face, and you can kind of tell where they're going with it. And they kept hinting on it. And then Big E says something. They calls her name out. Then more merchandise, which is AJ Lee. It looks like it's all foregone conclusion. It's kind of like CM Punk and AEW. It's the worst kept secret.
Yeah.
Smackdown will be in Chicago tomorrow. I know it's supposedly going to be John Cena's last time on SmackDown, but don't bury the lead, Cena. AJ Lee will be back in WWE.
Oh, yeah.
I will end this. Justin's going to have to find another person to do the show with if you do not bring her back tomorrow night. Okay. Here's the thing. Here's why I like AJ Lee, because Justin checked out of wrestling at this time. This is how dark that period was.
Yes, I missed out on when AJ Lee was like one of the top women's / diva stars,
right?
Back in the day,
because it wasn't. She was the women's wrestler around a bunch of other women. No offense to them, and even the Bella Twins. The Bella Twins did a lot for, especially Nikki, because Nikki finally got better in the ring, except for Clash of Paris. But AJ Lee was the actual wrestling superstar and not a diva. As far as she was good in the ring, she was good on the mic, but she brought the rawness that is an actual wrestler and not just glitz and glam that they were putting out in front of you. She made the women's division make them take them seriously. And then she cut basically a pipe bomb on the Bellas and basically just there was one.
She tore apart the entire Divas division at the time.
And the Bellas were sitting there.
It's pretty impressive.
Yes, it's pretty impressive. She just went into them.
She crushed it.
Yeah, she crushed it. And then she did like her husband and took her ball and went home because she's like, I cannot be around this stuff. And years have gone on, and people are like, oh, maybe AJ Lee's going to show up here. Maybe AJ Lee's going to show up there. The only time she showed up in the ring on television is in the TV show Heels. It's the last time we've seen her in the ring. But she's doing really well with her books. I know she's been in some movies, and then I know she's part of another production company or some other.
Yeah. She's got a production company, and she's like done work, comic book work. A lot of stuff. She's been very busy.
Yeah,
which is why it's like Punk's like because people have been asking Punk for a long time. It's like, is AJ ever going to come back? And he's been very like, well, it's up to her. If she feels she has the time, if she feels like she wants to do it, she'll be back. And that's that. And because a lot of people have been wanting AJ to come back. You know, not just the fans, but a lot of women's wrestlers in the current WWE locker room who have hoped for AJ to come back. Chief among them, Bayley and Roxanne Perez.
Yep.
One of the first things is like if you looked at the behind the scenes when Punk came back at Survivor Series 2 years ago, it's like one of the things Bayley would say, like bring her. It's like go now bring her back. It's like, right. Like even the night that he came back, Bayley was already asking about AJ, and you know. Roxanne has made it clear that her mommy is a very has been a big influence and mentor to her, and that her dream match is to wrestle AJ at least once in her career.
Right, and that's why I started liking, which drew me to liking Roxanne Perez, is because I was like, oh my gosh, it's AJ. It's like the second coming of AJ Lee, and she's shown it so far. Of just how good she is, and they're booking her pretty well. A lot better than I was thinking right now as far as the main roster is concerned. And her and Raquel are working way better than I thought they were going to.
Yeah, absolutely. So I said, I missed out a lot of AJ stuff, so I've been catching up on seeing a lot of her work, and I've been I see why people liked her. She was solid in the ring. She was really good on the mic, like her husband. And she was definitely ahead of her time when it was like, it was still the Divas era, where it's like she said in her pipe bomb, it was like WWE seemed to care more about, the Barbies, and how they looked rather than if they were good in the ring. It's like, well, she was a wrestler and not like a reality TV star like the Bellas and other people. So she was definitely a trailblazer at that time. Right before she left is when Paige came up to the main roster for NXT, and that was the next step in, things changing for women's wrestling, because after Paige, then you had the Horsewoman, and then the dominoes started falling to where women's wrestling is in WWE today. She's, people rightly pointed out that, when you talk about people from the era to praise about, changing how women's wrestling is, period, in professional wrestling, not just in WWE. People rightly, people said, give AJ her flowers besides, Paige and everybody else from that time period, because she definitely played a part in it.
Nikki deserves her flowers. I'm not going to deny that.
Paige, Saraya, and then like the big, the Horsewoman coming up was a big game changer. It's like that's why people are excited about this. It's like the buzz is like off the charts, because it's like there's some people wondering if she's ever going to come back, and because she left and like officially retired in 2015. It was a combination of injuries. She had like neck injuries. It's like I saw her talk about it. I saw a clip from when she was interviewed on Renee's podcast before Renee started working for AEW, talking about that it was bad, and like doctors telling him that you need to stop. And so between that and also issues she was having with the company, between how they treated Punk, and also about how the women were being treated. So between that and like the neck issues, that's why she decided to walk away. But she's made it clear. She said, never say never. When asked about it, last couple of years, she's fully healed from those issues she had. And like you said, she got back in the ring and actually was doing stuff on heels with Punk. And so like they put out training videos of her, like, training with Punk for the guest stuff that they did on that show. And that's where that's also where apparently people got really excited, like, oh my God, AJ can actually come back. It's like, so we'll talk about more in depth with like the seeds have been planted, and then people were wondering, is it going to happen? And we still weren't sure. But then after Raw, that's when all the reports from SRS and everybody else, all the dirt sheets were like, it's happening, ladies and gentlemen. And then yesterday, someone working the WWE shop X account accidentally spoiled it by responding to somebody asking about AJ Lee merchandise, basically confirming that it's coming. And then that post was quickly deleted because someone was probably like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
No, I will say I think it was more of a strategy to get people talking, get people to tune in. Because if this was John Cena's last SmackDown, they would have been hyping this up way more than they have.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas the AJ Lee thing,
they moved a lot more tickets after the word got out from SRS and others that AJ's coming back.
Yeah,
and she's probably going to be at SmackDown, and it's like it's like tickets started flying that hadn't been sold yet. Yeah. Like most of the tickets have been sold, but there were still some left, and those that were like 500 more were sold in with 24 hours. It's like something like that. It's like
she's kind of a big deal.
Yeah, and plus also Russell Votes was in people like Russell Votes hitting I think you should, if you're in the Chicago area, I think you might want to buy a ticket to the show. It's like wink, wink, nudge, nudge. So it's like, even it's not official until we actually see her tomorrow, but it's a done deal, which is crazy, and we'll go more into.
It's not a done deal. Don't. Yeah. I'm not fully accepting it until it happens, but I've been waiting for her to come back.
I'm going to check on you. I won't be watching the show live because I got DD tomorrow night. So I was like, I'll be seeing the highlights when I get home tomorrow night. So I'm going to be checking with you. I'm going to be like, it's like, are you okay, Josh? When it happens,
I'll be fine. It's wrestling, but it's nice to because she was the one that is the reason we have where the women's division is today. She's a very pivotal part that really no one says, but everyone knows, right? They don't say it out loud. Maybe because she hasn't been back with the company, so they just don't say it out loud. So when she comes back, hopefully, knock on wood, it sounds like she is, but that pop will be tremendous, and the WWE will be back to being at least must-watch TV for a little bit, for a month or so. Hopefully, we'll get Roxanne and AJ. Hopefully, we get that and a bunch of other matches, with her and Charlotte. Bailey, you name it. You would love to see her at least one more time, right? With those and with those wrestlers. Her and Stephanie, to see how they can compare, and just there's just lots of opportunities. Now, Naomi did tweet out, she retweeted her old tweet from 7 years ago or something, saying about AJ Lee and I'm going to do this, and she was like, "Really?" So she was even teasing it.
Yeah, even Naomi's like, if AJ goes back before I return, it's like, y'all.
Right. Yeah. And she
because Naomi was just coming up from NXT while AJ was still there. It's like they wrestled. It's like, in fact, I think wasn't one of her last matches, it wasn't involved Naomi, if I remember correctly.
Something like that. I don't know. It's been forever, and I haven't really gone back and looked at stuff.
She had the Mania match where she teamed with Paige against the Bellas, and then there was a 6-woman on Raw where she did while wearing a Bailey Hugger shirt.
Hell yeah. Now it's okay. It's coming back to me now. Yeah, she was.
That was her last match, and then a couple days later, WWE announced that she was retiring.
Yeah, and then her and Big E obviously are close.
Yes, because they were paired together for a long time, so that's why I wasn't surprised. It's it made sense, but I thought he was just going to be alluding to her, but then when he actually said her name, and then Jackie also was like, I was like, oh my god,
yeah,
they wouldn't be doing that for no reason.
For those who don't know, she was paired with Dolph Ziggler. She was his girlfriend at the time, but Big E was the muscle. And then Big E was coming in for a match, and he was getting ready and swinging his arms and just nail it.
Accidentally chopped him.
And you could just tell he went out of character immediately with just concerned look, and she just kind of gave him a look like, it's okay, I'm fine.
Yeah, I saw that in the list of clips that I went through recently. I think Frightful put out here's some highlights of AJ if you're not too familiar with her that you should be aware of, and that was one of them. The accidental chop from Big E that she was like, "Yep, nope, I'm good."
And for a little trivia for you, who was the female wrestler that played her in the Florence Pugh movie?
Yes, the Paige biopic,
Yeah.
Fighting With My Family. Yes, if I remember correctly, that was none other than Zelina Vega.
All right. Circle gets the square. Yeah. I figured. I just want to throw it out there. We're talking about AJ Lee. I had to throw it out there that was who.
So that'll be another thing. It's like
Are they gonna do the John Cena or Truth? Like, just no. That's gonna be such an inside meta joke. They probably won't do it. But no, it'll be. I'll be very excited to watch SmackDown tomorrow. I will say that. A little other nugget to get to. HBO has come out with AEW saying that they are going to be doing pay-per-views on there for a discount.
Now,
not
much of a discount.
If you do the math for their subscription plus the pay-per-view, it's the same.
It's at least something, but it could have been better. I agree with a lot of people that it would have been better if it. So basically, you'll be able to order AEW pay-per-views now through Max starting tomorrow. You can be able to pre-order All Out at a discounted rate of $40 compared to like the $50 that you'd have to pay through other like your cable provider or Amazon and Triller. So it's a little bit less, but people are kind of I saw a lot of people complain that they felt that it should have been like more like 30 would be in a better discount. And I feel that, but I get that, they're looking to make money, and it's like, so the other big news though that made me shake my head is that because as we talked about, it's like WWE decided to put up their WrestlePalooza show same day as All Out on the 20th this month. And well, TK, besides announcing that, the AEW also announced that they were moving the start time back for All Out from the evening until the afternoon at 3 p.m. Eastern time. So it will not have to go directly head to head for the majority of it against WrestlePalooza, which starts at 7 p.m. Eastern time. That's not, I get why he did it. And what really bugged me is like, Tony Khan was like, oh, we moved it because, Forbidden Door was so successful in the afternoon. We decided, I'm like, come on, bro. We know why you changed it.
Yeah.
It's like WWE is playing chicken with you with WrestlePalooza, and you flinched.
Yeah.
You flinched it. You decided because the way that this WrestlePalooza card is potentially shaping up, it's going to All Out, no matter what they put up, is not going to stand a chance against what WWE's putting into this card because,
right.
And we'll go over it. It's like, because we've got one official match and there's other potential matches that are not confirmed yet that are rumored to be going up soon, including a very obvious mixed tag match that we're going to get to that is potentially coming. So I was just like, I shook my head. I was just like, it's like you flinched, TK. That's not a good look, dude.
As long as he's getting eyeballs, I mean, that's all that matters. I mean,
the
thing is WWE was petty to begin with. They are the superior company. They tried it once, they failed. Now they're like, all right, well, we try to do that with like NXT, and Evolution was amazing, obviously. Yeah. But NXT fell to the wayside. AEW, and plus it was one of AEW's big shows anyway, and AEW's had a better card than both of those. Yeah. Now Evolution ended up being an amazing show, but the card wasn't like, oh my god, I got to watch a show. Whereas WrestlePalooza's card is ridiculous. Yeah. Or seeming to shape to be. So I don't mind. I understand to flinch, but the thing is, he's in the business too, and he has to understand sometimes you got to pivot. And
they're already going to be stealing plenty of thunder with even some of the matches that are rumored to happen are going to happen, which they probably are. Besides the one we got that's already in stone. I get why he moved. People know why. Even what he said, it's like that's BS.
Well, I mean, every booker is not going to come out and be like, oh, "We're going to move it because
right." Yeah,
and the AAA. Why'd you make a WrestlePalooza at the same time as AEW? Oh no, it felt like it was a good time to do the show.
Right. It's just like it. That's just going to make that's just gonna make W. That just probably just made W like, yeah, we got you, TK. It's like we got
all right.
you.
It's 1-1 to me because
Right.
AEW got them the first time, WWE got them this time. It's 1-1, and you know what's a good part of who wins? Us as wrestling fans, like we always say at the end of the day, because right now AEW is putting on a
it's easier for us, like in the review sphere and podcast sphere for wrestling. Instead of having to choose which one, it's easier for us if one show is on first and then the other's on afterwards, like what happened with Forbidden Door and Heatwave. Yeah, a lot easier. So for me, I'm like, okay, fine. It's like, but for a lot of the other fans, they were kind of, they're going to be bothered, and I get that. But this goes back a long time. WWE, it's like. Vince created the Survivor Series pay-per-view just to fuck with Jim Crockett Productions and the NWA because they were putting on their first ever like traditional pay-per-view at the same time. So he created a whole new pay-per-view just to fuck with them. So it's like Survivor Series was created to fuck with the competition. It's like it's like so, and plus and people have said it, and it makes total sense, even though they won't admit it. It's not about that they don't. The reason they keep fucking with AEW like this is not because they consider them competition or a threat. It's because AEW exists, they now have to pay more money to wrestlers in order to try to keep them.
Yeah.
And so it's like, that makes total sense. It's like, I totally get that. I believe that that's probably the chief reason why they're doing it. It's like, I mean, this is a quick example. That's like Stephanie McCurr almost chose AEW over WWE because of money, because AEW was willing to pay her more money than WWE was willing to pay her. And if it wasn't for the intervention of Shawn Michaels to convince her to come to WWE, despite the fact that they were offering her more money because she was torn, because hey, money, getting paid a lot of money is great for a wrestler, but getting WWE has always been her dream, so she was torn. But HBK convinced her to come to WWE, even though they would be paying her less money than AEW.
Right. Whereas Will Ospreay and Okada got a bag.
Yeah. Where others have like, oh, you want to pay me that much? No problem.
Yeah. I mean, MJF, and he went through his squabbles with Tony.
Tony put up the money because he didn't want him to jump ship to WWE.
No.
He was saying that didn't care. He was for an early portion of his career. He openly was threatening to go to WWE if he didn't get what he wanted. Uncharacter. Yeah. So yeah. So yeah, that was the big news. That's a good thing for them that it's on HBO Max. It's another option because like there wasn't many options for Forbidden Door in the US. It's like outside of Prime Video, is not, and like your cable provider, wasn't many other options to order the pay-per-view. So it's better for the fans.
One little nugget I didn't put in there. It's come out today. Ronda Rousey is basically saying that she's done with wrestling. And then one of the quotes that she was quoted as saying is she didn't understand why she was paired with Alexa Bliss. And the reason she was like, why would I always be paired with Alexa Bliss? Just because she has good merch sales. Like, who cares about that? And then MJF quote tweeted it saying like it's called a business. Yeah. So what makes me think, yeah, Ronda is so UFC minded of she's the best at what she does. I mean, I understood where Ronda was coming from, but she's coming from the UFC mindset, not from the wrestling business side of it. She just never could grasp it because she has that competitive nature. And it's like, I can beat all of these women. I don't understand why you're putting me with Alexa Bliss and all this stuff. So her skills could go in the ring, but just her mindset was not as an actual business in WWE mindset and knowing how to do business as well. So it stinks that she couldn't grasp it like, Kurt Angle or basically I'll say Kurt Angle. I'm not going to say Logan Paul because Logan Paul was always just a really good athlete, but he wasn't like the top of his game like a Kurt Angle was or like a Ronda was. So that's all I got for that. I'm going to rerun through the 3 pay-per-views really quick. We're just going to pop in about matches we like. and then we'll
just do a quick recap and then go over what we liked and we didn't like, because it's like we don't have time to go into a detailed rundown of Forbidden Door and Heatwave like we normally would. So
no.
All right, let's get.
All right, for Forbidden Door, Adam Copeland and Christian Cage defeated Kip Sabian and Kill Switch. Kyle Fletcher defeated Takahashi to retain the AEW TNT Championship. Mercedes Moné defeated Alex Windsor, Persephone, and Bozilla in a fatal four-way match to retain the AEW TBS Championship. Zack Sabre Jr. defeated Nigel McGuinness. Brody King and Bandito defeated the Hurt Syndicate and FTR. Kazuchika Okada defeated Swerve Strickland. Tony Storm defeated Athena. Hangman Adam Page defeated MJF. In the main event, Will Ospreay, Tanahashi, Darby Allin, Kenny Omega, and Kota Ibushi defeated Gabe Kidd, the Death Riders, and the Young Bucks in a lights out steel cage. So who is this Bozilla?
She is from Stardom, New Japan, and she definitely got the most shine, I think, out of that match for sure.
Yeah,
people are like, oh, because it's like I'd heard the name, but I didn't know much about her. And then it's just like when they were showing like the footage during the video recap before the match, I was like, holy cow, this woman she looks like a wrecking machine.
mm-hmm.
She was definitely very impressive. She definitely got a lot. She's only 21 years old.
Wow.
She's younger than the Prodigy at this point.
Yeah.
She looked good. I thought that was a decent match. It's definitely felt like Mercedes was trying to let the others shine a bit, even though she was going to win, to let them get featured a bit. So this show ended up being like good, but not great because there was a lot of like weakness. The show didn't feel like it didn't start cooking until Brodito had the shock value of winning the tag titles because everyone, including us, thought it was a foregone conclusion that FTR was going to win them.
Right.
So to have the tag titles be involved in the feud with CNC, but I guess Tony decided to pull a swerve and not go with the obvious and give it to Brodito, which I appreciate. You know, not going with the obvious. Happy for Brody and Bandito. Thought that was a nice surprise. Zack Sabre Jr. Nigel, I thought was solid. It didn't. I felt that the show didn't start to kick into a good gear until Okada swerve, which I thought was good. Tony and Athena was also good, but I was expecting it to be better. It was also weird that he had Athena lose by tap out to the chicken wing. That was an odd choice. But MGF Hangman was the highlight of the show. It was
so good.
That was the best match of the show, but even better than the main event. Main event was definitely entertaining. The last two matches definitely saved the show from being like mediocre, really like mediocre, to solid. Hangman, even though it got a little overbooked there with the foot on the rope stuff, even I thought that was a bit much, but it didn't ruin the match overall. Hangman and Jeff had the best chemistry. They're so fucking good.
That's the story they told in that match was so good.
Yeah,
especially for all this, especially when they kind of ruined the stakes going into it, and they still made it that much of a good match.
And the main event was entertaining. Both my friend James and I had to go like this when the fork spot happened. I'm like, I hate that shit. It's like completely unnecessary. Darby Allin and Moxley are both insane.
Yes, they are.
But the match was still entertaining.
I like how they wrote off Ospreay.
Yeah, I was surprised TK pulled the Triple H move of the copyright fake out.
Yeah.
It's
because I was like, we're going. And then
I was like, oh, TK's taking a page on Triple H's playbook. He just did a fake out with the copyright logo. Because you thought the show was over, and then the Death Riders swarm attack Ospreay and like destroy him before. People rightly point out it was a bit ridiculous that they weren't trying to climb the cage as much as they would. I was like, but I get why they did it. They wanted to write out Ospreay so he can go get his neck surgery. So and plus the end of the Swerve Okada match wrote out Swerve so he could get the surgery to repair his torn meniscus, which he's had since 2019. So thank God he went and got that taken care of. So that he won't be out too long because Seth was able to return from that torn meniscus last year pretty quickly. He's only out for 2-3 months,
something like that. Torn meniscus is not is not as dire.
It's not as a lengthy recovery as like
it's not a nine to year month.
Yeah, it's not like tearing your ACL or MCL, which are pretty bad. But like we might not see Ospreay for a while.
Yeah, he's got.
I mean, until middle of next year. Hopefully, he'll be back before all in when it goes back to London again next year. So,
yeah.
But the show was decent. Ended up being, thanks to the last two matches, definitely saved the show and putting it into good territory. It wasn't too many bad matches, but there was a lot of mediocre matches.
I just think the fact that the way the card was, some of the matches didn't live up to our expectations. Not to say they were bad matches, it just didn't hit that we thought they were.
Yeah.
So exactly. I kind of gave this show kind of I thought there was going to be. I was like, okay, this is like a B- show. The past matches gave it a B Absolutely. To B+ show. It wasn't A- though, because you just expected. Like I expected Kyle Fletcher and Takahashi to be a little bit better.
It was good, but it wasn't great.
Yeah. And Adam Cole and Christian Cage, it was more of like they're fine. That was a fine opener. It wasn't anything to write home about. It was just nice to see them back together.
Yeah, Okada and Swerve didn't go into the next gear that I was hoping it would be. It was still a good match, but it wasn't. It didn't like go into like 4-star higher territory. Same with Tony and Athena. Although I liked a lot of the booking of the match. Also, I was like, I felt we could have gotten a little more out of that. Yeah. Not that it was bad. So yeah, it's like thanks to the last two matches, showing it being pretty entertaining overall, and had a good time. My friend James, I had a good time watching it. So
yeah. All right.
NXT Heatwave, which was later in the evening that day.
Lola Vice defeated Kalani Jordan and Jada Parker in a triple threat match to become the number one contender for the NXT Women's Championship. Dark State defeated Hank and Tank to win the NXT Championships, Tag Team Championships. Ash by Elegance defeated JC Jane and Masha Slamovich in a triple threat to win the TNA Knockouts World Champion when Ash pinned Masha. Blake Monroe defeated Jordan Grace clean.
Not clean. Well, she exposed the turnbuckle pad, so
it's just the fact there wasn't any other shenanigans. That was the thing. Ethan Page and Chelsea Green defeated Tavion Heights and Tyra May Steele. In the main event, Obafemi defeated Javon Evans to retain the NXT championship. So a lot of surprises. We were thinking Jada Parker, but Lola got the spot. Dark State going over Hank and Tank, I'm not mad about at all. No, they've been, like I said, they won me over a couple of weeks ago, and they just kept going up. And even this past NXT had the best spot in wrestling I've ever seen. But we'll get to that this past NXT with the Dark State and Hank and Tank. Ash by Elegance was a surprise because I don't know anything about her. So,
she's from Ash by Elegance used to be known as Dana Brooke.
Okay. I was like, is that Dana Brooke? But it doesn't look like Dana Brooke. Like, it's throwing me off. Like, I thought that was Dana Brooke.
Yeah, like she's cleaned up a little bit more as Ash by Elegance compared to when she was Dana Brooke in WWE.
But the Obafemi spot to Javon Evans.
Oh my God, dude. When he launched him out of the ring and it's like he tossed him, but it was like a perfect toss because he landed right on top of the announce desk and went through it. It was insane.
Yeah. NXT's like, I see your Darby Allin. I would raise you a Javon Evans.
Right. He is like the NXT version of Darby Allin in a sense, but not as crazy. He's crazy, but not as crazy as Darby is.
Yeah, but way to with AKA Dana Brooke winning, way to help when it was a triple threat. I was like, all right, one of the NXT women, the TNA women are getting this, and they're going to pin each other. They're not going to have JC Jane get pinned.
Yeah, this was a way to get the title, the Knockouts title off of JC without her getting pinned, so she stays strong as NXT champion. I like the opening match between the three ladies. All three ladies are really good at this point. I would have liked Jada Parker, but I was not surprised a little one because they really see a lot in Lola. She's getting pushed pretty heavily, and she also just re-signed to a new contract. So they're definitely high on her. And she's really impressed me. I mean, she had a really nice match, title match against Roxanne last year during Roxanne's title run. So, I think it's very possible she could be the one to dethrone JC and win the title, because I could see a scenario where Lola beats JC, and that helps further disintegrate Fatal Influence, because it's very obvious Jasmine Nix is not going to be in the group much longer.
No.
So Lola will take it from her, get to have it for a bit, then have Blake take it from her.
Right. I was just thinking Jada would get a run. Like, I don't think Lola.
I think she should get at least a Women's North American title run, especially if Sol Ruka is going to be called up in the near future.
Yeah. I was just expecting Jada to win this and be the one to take it off of JC. I really did.
Yeah, I get that. I would like to see Jada win some gold before she's called up. It's like, if not the women's title, at least give her the Women's North American title. It's like give her some gold.
Give her something.
Yeah, because she's earned it.
On that, but yeah, Dark State, they have been booking them very well.
It's like I'm digging them more as a heel group now, especially now that they got the talk and you see their different personalities, and Cutler James being the oddball one.
Yeah,
I do like that.
Just like, what? I did like. I mean, we'll get into it about their promo on this past week's NXT about them basically saying the thing out loud that we always know about when you're starting out, what you do.
Right. Yeah.
And them actually doing that. So
I was expecting them to win this, because Hank and Tank have had a decent run with the titles, and it has helped get them over. So them losing the titles now doesn't hurt them. They're still the fans have embraced Hank and Tank. They're over. So it's okay that they dropped the titles.
Ethan and Chelsea are undeniable.
Yeah.
Blake
and Jordan Grace, I'm glad this feud is not over, because their match was great.
Mm-hmm.
They have fantastic chemistry. It's like that like power bomb off the top rope that she did to Blake looked brutal.
Mm-hmm.
And I like the finish. It's like Blake had to do a little cheating in order to beat Grace.
I just wanted more cheating, like to make it so bad,
right?
That it felt too clean. That's what I'm saying. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I
think they were more like she was like realized that she was going to have to do something a little more in order to make sure she wins. So she like kind of like, oh God, Jordan's going to overpower me. I gotta outsmart her in order to win this. It's kind of like
typically
it felt more like desperation was kicking in, and in order to try to win, which I liked. I thought that was fine. I'm glad their feud has been kicking ass, and I'm glad it's not over. So I'm looking forward to another match.
I thought this was first of a trio.
The only odd match was the mixed tag. Now, Tavion looked good. Tyrell still looks a little green, not bad. Green. The problem was that the fans were cheering for Chelsea Green over Tavion and Tyra, especially Tyra. It's like, I felt bad. I felt bad for Tavion. It is not his fault.
Chelsea's so over. Ethan's so over, and they're trying to. That Tyra just came. She's been there for a cup of coffee.
Yeah.
Because they brought her. She won. She comes in, says hi, goes away. And we're like, what are they going to do with her? Then they finally show up, and they're trying to push Tavion. Be like, oh, by the way, Tavion's going to be really good. Y'all should watch him. And then what's their first tag match of two wrestlers that really, especially of the four, of the four of them, you go, Chelsea and Ethan are so over, and Chelsea's super over. It's going to be hard to be like, oh, by the way, these are the baby faces.
Yeah,
like, it doesn't matter how much heel work you do. It's going to be hard with Ethan and Chelsea.
Yeah, it was not their fault. It was the crowd. They worked through it though. I thought the match was all right.
It's like Dom and AAA. It's just like Dom and AAA.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like you can't deny.
And the main event was dope. Like we talked about the table spot. Great match. Nice tease there with the foot on the rope where Javon thought he won it. But yo, Giff, what's up? But then at the end, Ricky Saints comes out, makes it clear that he's next, and yes, please. I'm already liking the war words between Oba and Ricky that's been going on in NXT. So
I was going to wait for you to say, because it was like about time we get Oba and Ricky.
Yeah, really, it's like I've been waiting for Ricky and Oba to go at it, and we're getting that. So
Yeah.
It's like, and so the speculation begins: is Ricky going to be one to dethrone Oba? Because like I seriously thought they might do it with Javon, but they decided not to. But they teased it. They teased it with the foot on the rope thing. It's like
Ricky makes the most sense.
He does. And plus they've already moved Javon onto another feud. So
yeah.
So NXT Heatwave I thought was solid good. I thought both shows were good, not great that day.
Yeah.
Both had strengths and weaknesses. So overall, it was a solid day of pro wrestling for both companies for sure.
Good. All right, and then.
So you want to skip? I mean, do you want to go over what happened on SmackDown last week, real quick?
Wrestling happened.
Yeah, pretty much wrestling happened.
Okay, Sami Zayn won the U.S. Championship. Congratulations! Can we move on?
Right. That was the big thing. Was that, and plus the other thing I wanted to bring up was, well, it's like the Julia Meechin feud is definitely now fully on because I don't know why they had Meechin beat Kiana James in in less than 30 seconds. That was weird, but they did. But Kiana and Julia did the heel beat down on her afterwards. So, so I hope this does. It's like, please let Julia wrestle on TV for the love of God. And it's like, it's really starting to piss me off.
I mean, what else do you want me to say, Giff? Like,
yeah,
it's just missing a lot on SmackDown.
And the Profits earned a shot at the tag titles at Clash was the other big thing. But other than that, not much else happened. So let's get to Clash in Paris because that's where, lots of stuff has been set up.
All right. Roman Reigns defeated Bronson Reed Roman Reigns walked for 5 minutes to the ring and then beat Bronson Reed. You forgot that note there.
Okay. Got it.
After the match, Roman choked out Heyman and took the Shufala, which is still Shuafalas. It's still fun. And he started to sign the shoes and toss them into the crowd from atop the announce desk. When Braun Breaker leaped off the French desk and speared Roman through the announce desk, he and Bronson proceeded to destroy Roman with spears and multiple tsunamis, including one on Roman after he was put on a stretcher. Jey Uso tried to make the save, but got a tsunami for his troubles. Jey and officials took Roman away in the stretcher to write him off for his Street Fighter shoot. That's where Kobe's been, for those who don't know. Raw GM Adam Pearce told Braun and Bronson they are banned from the building for what they did to Roman, and if they try and get back in to help Seth tonight, he will suspend them indefinitely without pay. Paul Heyman was said to also be in the hospital. Yes, hospital, not local medical facility. As well from Roman's attack, because Roman put a sleeper on his ass. Then the Wyatt Six defeated the Street Profits to retain the WWE Championship. Becky Lynch defeated Nikki Bella to retain the Women's Intercontinental Championship. Rusev defeated Sheamus in a good old-fashioned Donnybrook. John Cena defeated Logan Paul. In the main event, Seth Rollins defeated CM Punk, LA Knight, and Jey Uso in a fatal four-way match to retain the World Heavyweight Championship. Punk hit Seth with the GTS and went for a second one when a hooded figure hit him with a low blow from behind, and they revealed themselves to be Becky Lynch, Seth's wife. Seth hit a stomp on Punk to retain. Seth and Becky gloated over Punk and taunted the fans as the show came to a close. I don't think there was any saving that Nikki Becky match. Like that
was definitely the worst match.
That was I just felt bad. I felt bad.
I don't know if it was miscommunication or just ring rust from Nikki, because Nikki hasn't had a lot of singles matches. She just came back. The only time I saw her, I remember having a singles match was, I forget against who it was, but it was like she's only had one, and then she's been in like the Rumble and some like tag matches. So she hasn't really been able to, get a groove back yet, I think. And yeah, so that match was really sloppy. Like that missed kick off the ropes, that looked real bad.
Yeah,
I felt bad for both Nikki and Becky.
You watch your mouth, sir. You watch your mouth. Watch your mouth.
Hey, he has a right to his page. It's like, so yeah, that was the low point of the show for sure. It started out good. Roman and Bronson was good. It was pretty good. The post-match attack didn't surprise me because I was expecting some kind of write-off because he was about to go film Street Fighter this month. So that all made sense. Although it was weird that Jey took a long time to try to make the save. But he didn't. And the tag match was fine. So like the first three matches were like, I was like, the crowd is awesome, but like these matches have been pretty mess so far. And then things got awesome. the last 3 matches saved this fucking show. Like the first half of the card was meh. The last 3 matches were great to awesome and put the show into good territory because Rusev and Sheamus tore the fucking house down.
They did, and I agreed with the finish too.
Yeah, I'm glad Rusev won. He needed it. It's like it gives him momentum because he just came back to the company, so that was good for him.
Yeah.
So that kicked ass. And then Cena and Logan Paul. Oh my god! Thank God Cena's gone back to babyface because it's like it's definitely somehow it's rejuvenated him in the ring because he's now delivered 2 straight banger matches since he went back to being babyface. The Cody match at SummerSlam was amazing, and this match was also pretty damn awesome.
Because I think, for one, I don't think he hasn't wrestled heel in forever, so he didn't know how to do it, much less all the ring rust. And then finally, maybe he's gotten his footing under him.
Yeah,
and because like you can tell, like as he's gone on even in this last run, like it's gotten better, and then
it's like he's gotten a second wind here before he's going to hang things up.
Yeah, and Logan Paul's Logan Paul, guys.
Yeah. Say what you will about him, but he can bring in the ring. And it's like, oh my God. I couldn't believe some of the moves Cena was busted out. Right. It's like he did the code red / pop. I love that Cole called it pop rocks. It's like, and Roxanne appreciated that. She tweeted out, I love a good pop rocks, even though, she's a heel.
Yeah.
She appreciated Cole calling it pop rocks, even though it's like,
what's the actual move?
Code red. It was created by the Amazing Red, who
that's right.
Innovated the move.
One of the most underrated wrestlers.
And it just like busted out all these moves I've never seen him do. And then when he did the fucking Styles Clash, I was like, what is this match?
Yeah.
Just fantastic stuff. And then the main event was really good.
I liked and then a little callback to DX with the super kick right at the beginning.
Yep. And also I loved Punk channeling the Dudley Boys by telling Jay to go get the tables. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I liked how it was booked. It made sense that they tried to work together, but they all wanted the title, so it didn't exactly work. And because I was wondering, I was like, okay, all right? Because I was thinking. Because we were speculating on Discord, I'm like, okay, we're going to get a 4th member because the Browns have been banned for the building. Heyman's not there. Seth's all by himself. Are we going to finally get a 4th member reveal here to bail him out? And we did. It's not what I was going. I didn't even consider Becky coming out to help him. So when it happened, I was genuinely surprised. But then I was like, oh, this is so fucking brilliant, though.
Right.
Because people have speculated and wondering, with Becky being heel as well, if she was going to be a part of the Vision. Well, now it's happened. Yep. The man is the 4th man is the man, Becky Lynch, Seth's wife. So her being added to the group I think is a brilliant move. It adds a little, it spiced up the group a bit. So now it's not all male. You got Becky in there. And she made it clear because I was wondering, I was like, is she officially part of the group now? And then after the show was over, she tweeted out, this is #Division, right. We run this place. So it's like she made it clear to everyone that, yes, I'm part of the group now to support her husband. I thought the way it was shot was brilliant. And I'm like, man, Punk's going to get his payback eventually because it's like he keeps getting one-upped by Seth here lately.
Some people are a little tired of it, just because it's been Seth Punk forever. But it's a big but.
Yes, as I said earlier, when it happened, our friend Jason, a fellow wrestling fan on our Discord, was like, "Wait, does this mean Seth AJ versus Seth Becky is going to happen?" And that's when I was just like, because I hadn't even considered AJ, and then I was like, oh wow. And then not long after that, the post show happened where both Big E and Jackie Redmond were both openly saying, "Does this open the door for AJ Lee's return with what just happened with Becky?" And then while they were talking about that, as he was walking up the aisle, Punk saw a fan having a bring AJ back sign. He pointed out, held it up, gave it back, and was like,
yeah.
So that's what I was right around. I was like, that obviously was not coordinated, but that was like, you could not ask for perfect timing for him to do that with the bring back AJ sign while they were openly talking about could she come back because of what just happened.
Right.
And
yeah, I've been one of those too, as far as just being tired of it, because I felt like we've it's the same, and it's been the same story beat, especially with the Vision. It's just reminded me of those middling the road NWO days where at the end of every show is the same thing of it's a beat down. The babyface get beat down again. Oh, wait, here comes. Oh, what about this? Oh, no, the babyfaces get beat down again. It's just like repetitive booking. And plus, the Vision is over, but they're not over. Like, you're kind of forcing it a little bit. Now, with the Bronson with the Shulafala and Braun Breaker is just Braun Breaker.
Yeah.
It's starting to click, at least with those two. But Seth, he needs something different, because the same shtick is not working.
And this completely freshens up both the Vision and the feud with Punk by bringing Becky in, which will now bring back, leading to obviously who coming back, because that's the only thing that makes sense to
Rhea Ripley. No, just kidding. Yeah,
counter Becky, and we'll get into that more after what happened on Raw, because it's like if people were like, is it actually going to happen? They made it even more clear without even saying it after what happened on Raw. Especially what happened between Punk and Becky, which we'll get to.
Yeah. Gift, speaking about not caring, I don't know if you saw, Justin, Hollywood Horror Nights obviously started up this past week or so, and one of the houses is the Wyatt Six house.
Mm-hmm.
I was not expecting that.
Yeah.
But that's pretty cool that they did that. And they even had they went to Firefly Funhouse. They went through the whole Wyatt stuff. So I thought that was pretty cool that of all the houses you could do, they did a Wyatt Six one. I thought that was pretty cool.
So the show started off a little, it's the opening match was good. The next two matches really dipped the show, but then Rusev, Sheamus, and John Cena, Logan Paul were mind-blowing awesome, and the main event was really good. So ended up being a very good show.
Yeah, and look, hey, GIF, they're teasing the split up of the Profits.
That's the other thing I was going to bring. Thanks for bringing up. Almost forgot. Very interesting that they're teasing a breakup of the Profits. We were talking about it in the Discord. Like, is this the right time to do it? Because I know that GIF and a lot of people have been wanting Montez to go single for a long, long time. And I had hesitations, but a lot of other commentators online I've seen, like JD from New York and Solo Monster, both said that they don't have a problem with it because they feel like the Profits have done everything they can. They've won the tag titles multiple times.
Yeah.
What else is there for them to do? It's like, and they're not as over as they once were. It's a fact. So I get maybe why they're finally deciding maybe to sow the seeds for the split to finally happen. So we shall see. But
we shall see. Yeah.
Anything else about you, Clash? Before we get to
no, not really. Although one Tsunami writes the Roman off. That was
yeah, it took he took a lot. Also, last thing, want to commend the Paris crowd. They were amazing.
Yes,
it's like they helped elevate that show too, because they were loud and involved all night long.
And then one thing I do want to touch on before we get to Raw is the SmackDown from a week ago and Becky Lynch's promo. I do want to just spotlight that.
Oh, where she the Ozzy Osbourne reference.
Yeah, not that, but Jen, like her promo to her hometown as well.
Oh, the double one. That was a brilliant. Thanks for
not the Ozzy Osbourne. No, I thought that was bad taste.
Promo where she got, because like they were happy to see her, and she did a great job of turning them against her by what she was saying. So that was fantastic stuff.
I just wanted to point that out. Yeah, the Ozzy Osbourne line. No, that was. I know you were trying to do Cheap Heat too soon.
Yeah, it's like I get what she was trying for, but it's like I understand why Kelly Osbourne got upset about that one.
I just no, not yet. Okay, let's move on to Raw. On Raw, CM Punk was backstage waiting at a door for Seth Rollins to show up. GM Adam Pearce told him to come inside, but Punk was insistent on staying. Jey Uso came out to the ring to cut a promo about what happened at Clash and not beating Seth for the title. LA Knight interrupted and said he almost beat Seth more than once, but Jey interrupted him, so it's his fault. He didn't win. The Visions, Bronson Reed, and Braun Breaker then came out. Braun said that Paul Heyman is in the hospital because Roman Reigns put him there. So with him out there, there is no one to hold the two of them back. Braun said that they're going to put them next to Roman in the hospital. Bronson Reed bragged about how they took out Roman, said their vision doesn't include Roman Reigns, nor does it include Jey or Knight, so they are next. They challenged them to a tag team match later tonight, and Jey and Knight put aside their issues for now and accepted. The Kabuki Warriors defeated the Judgment Day. Boo. They defeated Roxanne Perez, boo. But still, Raquel's doing pretty good stuff. Raw GM Adam Pearce was featured in a video talking about the vacant WWE, the Women's World Championship. He said that Stephanie McCurry will face Io Sky for the vacant Women's World title. Gosh, say that 5 times fast. Since both were owed a title match before Naomi had to vacate due to pregnancy, the match will take place at WrestlePalooza on the 20th. Finn Balor defeated Dragon Lee. Io Sky walked backstage where she was hugged by Nikki Bella. Nikki says she was happy for her getting a women's title match. And Io said she hopes Nikki gets another shot at the women's IC title. Asuka and Kairi Sane showed up, so Nikki left. Asuka said they'll help her beat Stephanie, but Io said she didn't need help. Asuka got upset and left and yelled at Kairi to come with her. That's Kairi. A running gag. Yeah, Kairi. That's like a running gag that the whole show that I enjoyed. Penta and the War Raiders. Oh, they showed up. Defeated Grayson Waller and the New Day in a 6-man tag match. Rhea Ripley was interviewed by Kathy Kelly backstage. She said she still has her eye on the title match between Io and Stephanie. Asuka and Kairi interrupted. Asuka told Rhea to stop thinking about taking the title from Io. They exchanged words. So Asuka said that she has been making history for 10 years. Asuka said that nobody is ready for Asuka, even Rhea. Sane looked at Rhea, so Asuka yelled Kairi and left. Adam Pearce was backstage dealing with Roxanne Perez and Raquel Rodriguez. Roxanne was upset she wasn't put in the title match. Yes, I agree. With Stephanie and Io because she beat Io a few weeks ago. He said if Io wins, then Pearce will consider Roxanne getting a title shot, but they lost tonight. He reminded them. Lyra Valkyria walked in and got into it with the Judgment Day before they left. He told Lyra he had talked to Bayley, who will be back soon. As Lyra is still concerned about her, Lyra wanted to face Raquel or Roxanne next week. Adam said he can make that happen. Dominic Mysterio defeated AJ Styles to retain the Intercontinental Championship thanks to interference from El Grande Americano. CM Punk was shown talking to Rhea backstage. Adam came up to tell Punk that somehow Seth got into the building without being seen. Punk went to call him out and did it in the ring. Becky Lynch came out and said to Seth's music. She explained why she helped her husband at Clash. She has beef with Punk over how fans chanted him during his name during women's match, hers included, and when they were bored, and she never forgot that. There were AJ Lee chants during this segment. Becky told Punk he was the poster child for apathy. She told Punk to get out of her husband's way and wish him the best in his future endeavors. Punk ripped into Becky and Seth and how he's been hiding behind the rest of the Vision, and now he's hiding behind his wife. Seth is a paper champion, needs to know that this between them will never be over. Seth then came out and told Punk to come say it to his face. Becky blocking him from leaving, and Seth left as she did so. Becky then slapped Punk in the face multiple times, hit him, daring him to do something about it. Punk was pissed but held back. He told Becky that Seth will regret ever cashing in on him for the title and that she is going to regret ever laying her hands on him, and left as Becky kept taunting him. Punk found Adam backstage, who said Seth and Becky were gone already. Punk asked him where's SmackDown this week. Adam said his hometown of Chicago. Why? Punk smiled and said tremendous and left. The main event, the Vision defeated Jey Uso and LA Knight. They started a beatdown of the faces after the match until Jimmy Uso ran out with a chair to make the save. He helped his brother Jay as the Vision retreated to close out Raw. So a lot of swerving and shaking on this show. The one thing I will say, AJ Styles should have won it in Paris, and it should have been the main event.
But I get why they didn't want Dominic Drop because he's challenging Vikingo for the AAA Mega title at Worlds Collide next Friday. Mm-hmm. So I was hoping AJ was going to win, but I get why they didn't want him to drop the title. They wanted Dominic to still look strong going into that title match against Vikingo.
Yeah, but at least babyface AJ got to soak up the Paris crowd.
That reception, but it's like they love him to like on John Cena level over there in Paris. It's like it was really impressive. Like I saw the footage, like they kept that chant and serenade going throughout the entire ad break.
Wow, that's insane.
It's crazy.
But yeah, the AJ.
You can tell how much that meant to AJ. It's like AJ was like really moved. You could tell.
Yeah, because the way he was able to hold it in, being a heel against Cody, as they were chanting it, and then finally he was able to finally just let it out, like how he appreciated it, and stuff like that. So that was really good. The Kyrie from Asuka throughout the show. Kyrie.
Yeah. So the heel turn is just right around the corner. It's like because she's like a acting like a jealous girlfriend, like that Io cannot have any other friends except her and Kyrie. It's like even she was even trashing Nikki Bella just for being nice to Io.
Right.
And then being like, it's like, no, let's help you. It's like, and then when she's like, I don't need your help to beat Stephanie. And she's like, you didn't win the last time you were in a title match. And I was like, ooh. It's like, so it's like she threw a diss right back at Io when Io was like, I don't need your help to beat Stephanie. It's like, what are you talking about?
No.
So, we'll get to Punk and Becky in a bit, but Io and Stephanie for the vacant title makes perfect sense. Both were owed a title shot before Naomi found out she was pregnant and had to vacate the title. But I do appreciate that Roxanne was backstage arguing with Adam Pearce saying, why am I not in the title match? I beat Io a couple weeks ago. Why am I not in it? So I appreciate that, even though I don't think it's going to happen, but I appreciate her trying. I don't think they're going to make it a triple threat. I think they're going to keep it Io Stephanie. I'm leaning toward Io winning, but I can see them building Stephanie about. It's like I think putting the title on Stephanie would be a little too quick. It's like her losing wouldn't hurt her. It makes more sense for Io because with Perth coming up, they would want. It's like you could have Io and Rhea again for the title, and that could lead to shenanigans from Kabuki Warriors that could lead to the heel turn happening finally. So yeah. So it makes more sense to put the belt back on Io because of the whole storyline with Rhea that's going on.
Exactly.
It's like that's why I think that's going to happen. And I mean, Stephanie's going to be fine. It's like the problem. It's like I felt bad for her because she's been in limbo because of what happened with the title being vacant. So they haven't had anything for her. So she hasn't been wrestled on TV for a bit. It's like that, but she's still going to be popular. She'll be fine. I'm not worried about her. It's like she's got the rocket already strapped to her. It's like, it's only a matter of time. But I think the better move, is putting the title on Io. And that match is going to fucking rule because we've already seen the last two times that they've wrestled, even though there wasn't like a winner because both times someone ran in for a DQ, both times that Io and Stephanie have wrestled on Raw. So we're probably going to have a clean finish, and that match is going to fucking cook.
Well, of course, it's going to cook because Io's in it.
Yeah,
like Io's the best worker in the company.
Stephanie's amazing, so it's like it's gonna be awesome. I'm excited for that. So I appreciate Roxanne. As soon as Roxanne, I was like, yes, go Roxanne. You tell him. It's like you should have been considered for the title match.
Yeah,
I did appreciate that.
I did like the fact that they finally just gave the mic to Braun and Bronson.
Yes. They let them talk, and they did a great job in that opening segment.
Because they both can, at least we know Bronson Reed can talk.
Yeah.
And Breaker's not bad.
They held their own there against LA Knight and Jay. So it's like, that was solid setup for the main event. We already talked about Dom and AJ. Finn and Dragon was good. I thought it was a good match. I don't know where the War Raiders have been, but it's nice that they're back. That was a fun 6-man tag. So before we get to the main event, let's talk about what happened between Becky and Seth, because this was the best part of the show. Holy cow. Boy, it's like Becky brought it against Punk in this whole segment, man. She did a good job explaining why now she is choosing to get involved in the war between him and her husband. and her motivations. The back and forth I thought was fantastic. The mind games, I love that she came out to his music and was doing all his mannerisms I thought that was great. And then Seth coming out and be like, I've been looking for you all night, Punk, where you been? Like, just to troll him. I mean, at the end of that segment where she's just like going off on him, slapping him, I'm just like, AJ Lee is going to want to destroy Becky now.
Yeah.
If she was on the fence after, I was thinking like she was probably, AJ Lee was probably already pissed off about what they did to her husband at Clash, but after what Becky did to disrespect him like that, I'm like, nah. It's like I'm like, she has to be coming back because there's no way she's gonna stand by and let Becky do that to her husband.
Yeah,
get away with it. And plus, I'm saying, I like how he said, your husband is gonna regret ever catching me. You are gonna regret ever laying your hands on me. He didn't say, not like saying like, I'm not going to do anything to you. Someone else is going to make you pay for that. AKA my wife.
Yeah. So I guess we're going to do the Vision, and I guess Jimmy Uso is going to be a part of War Games. I guess
Uso versus the Uso reunion against the Vision, I think, is what's happening.
Yeah. And then War Games, I guess Jimmy's going to be a part of it.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, and then the icing on the cake, I was like, okay, it's got to be happening. They're not going to set this up and not deliver. When he was like, okay, where's SmackDown, by the way, Adam? Yeah, it's in Chicago. Perfect. That smile when he said tremendous and walked away, I was like, it's got to be happening now. It's got to be happening.
Has to. But yeah, no. No, the shout out to the Paris crowd. Just well done, Paris. Yeah. Well done.
You were fantastic. You were awesome. You put
some say you were phenomenal.
Yep. Absolutely.
On that. So I'm interested to see what the Americano stuff is doing with Dominic. It's gonna be interesting.
It sounds like he's got some kind of side deal going on, and I think that's gonna play a part in Judgment Day disintegrating at some point. It's like
something like that.
Roxanne and Raquel, they're really jiving together as a team. A little bummed they lost, but I understand why they had the Kabuki's win, because they kind of need the win, and they're kind of building up Asuka again, so it made sense. The only problem I had was like, I don't know what happened with the finish. It looked a little like botchy before Roxanne got put in the Asuka lock, so I don't know what happened there, but otherwise I thought the match was good. So yeah, I thought it was a pretty good Raw. It's like I was still like, okay, this could happen. I don't know. It's like, I think it's gonna happen with AJ. And then after that, and it's like the Becky segment, and then SmackDown Chicago. Yeah, perfect. I'm okay. It's like they're not doing all these teases just to not deliver. They can't. They can't be that stupid to do that.
Right. Can't be that stupid. All right. Let me make sure I'm on the right page. All right, let's do Dynamite real quick. Mercedes Moné defeated Alex Windsor to retain the AEW TBS Championship. Mark Briscoe defeated Lance Archer. Brodito defeated the Death Riders, Wheeler Yuta and Claudio Castagnoli. And in the main event, the Don Callis family of Kyle Fletcher and Josh Alexander and the Young Bucks defeated Hangman Page, Kenny Omega, and Jet Speed in an 8-man tag team match. The family did a beatdown on Hangman and Kenny after the match. Kyle hit a brain buster on a chair on Hangman, which was brutal, but then put Kenny through a table at ringside as the heel stood tall to close out the show. I think they're trying to write off Kenny.
Maybe, or they're setting up Kenny versus Kyle for the TNT title at All Out, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. It definitely feels like that they're kind of positioning they're repositioning the Don Callis family as the primary heel threat faction.
I mean, there's 30 of them.
I mean, they're at NWO size level anyway, so it makes sense. Yeah. I mean, it's like, and kind of like the Death Riders are taking a backseat because now they're dealing with the Darby Allin problem. Which is going to lead to
I at least like that Don Callis came out and was like, all right, you know what, Mark Briscoe, you get Takeshita. Like he didn't give him like Rocky Romero, no offense, but you didn't give him one of the lackeys. You gave him like one of your top generals. who is the G1 winner.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah. I thought the Mercedes Alex Winter match was pretty good. I just hate how it's like I'm getting tired of this one and done stuff. And it's like as soon as that match is over and she's beating her up, Riho returns from having been gone for a year. I don't know if she was injured. I think she was injured or something, and people were saying I don't know. And then she immediately gets the title match against Mercedes at all. And I'm just like, oh man,
this is that like mid 2010.
She just got back, and you give her a title match that makes no sense. It's like
this is that mid 2010 Randy Orton booking. Remember, they would just they would just set him up, and he would just beat every single one. And it was just like all these feuds just seemed.
Yeah, like the big problem with AEW's winning division is not that it doesn't have talent; it's the booking. The booking has been a big issue. Tony and Mercedes at the top. They're both very over in opposite ways. You know, she's the popular babyface champion. Mercedes is the drawn the heat heel champion. Everyone else beneath them is not as over. They've completely sidelined Willow. Like people still like Willow, but she's like completely in the abyss. Jamie Hayter just came back, but she's going to be feuding with Tekla first because they set that up with Tekla attacking her in her debut to lay her out to write her off so she could get that injury healed. So that's a feud. So she's not even involved in the title picture either. Willow has not been involved in the title picture. There's Statlander. Statlander's got this thing going on with Harley, where also stupid Will Yuta is still trying to think he can recruit her into Death Riders, and she's not having any of that shit. And
the Statlander thing is weird.
Yeah, it's like they're not building up anybody who feels like a credible threat to either Tony or Mercedes right now, and that's a big problem.
Yeah.
Because, like, match with Rio. Oh, I'm sure it'll be a fine match, but do I think Rio has a chance of winning? No, she has no chance in hell of winning. It's like, at this point, I'm like, there's nobody who, like, unless they build them up, there's nobody who I'm looking at that I'm like, who's going to take the title from either one of them at this point?
I don't know. I did enjoy the Darby Allin stuff in this show, though.
Yeah, no, the Darby stuff. Darby's being the classic, you know, he's being the Sting to their NWO, where he's just like he's popping up when they least expect it and causing chaos, and I dig that. So I like that he had Brodito's back, so Brodito's held on to the titles. So yeah, it looks like they're positioning someone for the Dollar Chaos family is probably going to challenge Hangman for the title. They're going to reel back on MJF going after Hangman for just a little bit. Although, what is MJF going to do? I don't know.
I don't know.
And then they're moving on Mark Briscoe. He wanted to kill MJF, but now all of a sudden he's also feuding with the Don Callis family. So it's just like it's a little weird.
At least we're not Death Riders.
Yeah.
Oh, just nausea.
Yeah. Although I feel Lance Archer is just so lost. It's like he could have been something, but now he's just another guy.
He peaked with him and Jake the Snake.
Briscoe beat him in less than 10 minutes, dude.
Yeah.
It's like if he didn't, it's like that's like almost like jobber treatment. It's like you think someone like who's big and powerful like Lance Archer would give Mark a more of a challenging match, but he beat him. It's like it didn't even go 10 minutes. It's crazy. Plus, it's very clear they're setting up Takeshita to break away from their group and go babyface. Because Okada keeps trashing him, saying, I'm the number one guy in the Chaos family now.
Right.
And plus, between Okada keeps dissing him and he just brought in Wardlow, it's like Takeshita's gotta feel like what's going on here? I thought I was the guy. It's like. Now you're giving all the love to Okada, and then you bring in Wardlow here. It's like so the seeds are being planted for a Takeshita face turn.
Wardlow cannot be not in a faction, is what Tony's telling me.
And plus, we haven't even heard from Wardlow about why he's joined the Don Callis family either, which pisses me off.
Watch Collision with the other 7 people.
Right.
So. Yeah,
with the evil clone of Hologram. Oh my God. So Collision is oh my God, is a mess.
But all right. But yeah, I mean, like I said, I thought the show was pretty solid.
I thought it was a solid show. I wasn't saying it was a bad show, but it's just there's a lot of just like booking issues that are going on are just making me like, oh, come on, Tony, get it together, please.
Yeah, and WWE has a mid-card problem very badly.
Mm-hmm.
That's not named. I mean, all right, let's look at it. U.S. title's on Sammy. Cool.
Yeah.
Dominic's just has the title.
Oh, if they're gonna put the mega title on, they better have him drop the IC title not long after.
Hey, Caden.
Hey, Caden, what's up? Glad you could join us. We were just talking about Dynamite here before we get to NXT. Yeah, it's just like, yeah, AEW kind of has the same mid card problem either because like it's nice. It's like they gotta find good. I think that's why I'm hoping that it's Kenny versus Kyle for the TNT title because like that's a good challenger.
Yes,
if you want to really establish Kyle as a solid TNT champion, beating Kenny, that's a good step. So
yeah.
So I hope that's that's a match is going to have. It's like, yeah. So it's like, I'm just wondering like who's Heyman going to deal with it for the title at All In Toronto. So
because
we only got, let's see, we only got a couple matches confirmed. I mean, we've got Edge and Christian against FTR is already locked in. Mercedes versus Riho for the TBS titles locked in. The Hurt Syndicate accepted Ricochet and Gates Agony Challenge, so that's going to be a 6-man for the show. So we got like 3 matches so far. So he's still got 2 weeks to go. So I assume we'll probably get more matches made official next week with the show coming up in 2 weeks. So yeah, I'm with you. I thought it was solid, but yeah, there's just some of the booking decisions just make me like just roll my eyes. I'm like, come on, man. It's like.
I mean, I roll my eyes on WWE stuff too. So
yeah, exactly. Yeah, both companies have their problems right now. So it's like,
but yeah, it's like you have.
Yeah, exactly. There is. She agrees.
Even though you don't have a depth issue, you just have you don't know what to do with the depth you have.
Right. Exactly.
So yeah, in that sense. And then before Caden, I know you just got here. Give us your thoughts on AJ Lee in the comments as I go over NXT because we've already kind of gave our comments on AJ Lee.
Yeah, we were talking about AJ earlier.
All right. So for NXT, Lash Legend defeated Jada Parker. Lash taunted her after the match, so she brawled with Lash and then put her through the barricade at ringside with a hypnotic hip attack. Is Jada still a heel?
I think they're slowly turning her babyface because last week, she actually complimented Lola on winning and didn't diss her, saying that she earned it. So I think they're starting to have her go babyface.
Okay. All right.
So I think it's happening. It's just they're just taking their time with it because she's really over, man. She's really over with the NXT crowd right now. It's like they love chanting Miss Parker when she comes out.
Gotcha. Blake Monroe rocked up to Ariana Grace and Stax, who looked flirty. Blake and Grace bonded over makeup. Ariana said she didn't like Jordan Grace and they are not related. Jordan Grace all walked into the room and the women's division was in there too. Callie Armstrong trash talked Jordan, saying she felt disrespected by Jordan, which set up her match for later. Javon Evans came out to cut a promo telling the fans he let them down by not defeating Oba at Heatwave. Josh Briggs came out but pretended to be the Undertaker at first to troll them. He trashed Javon, saying he is everything he hates about the NXT locker room. Briggs complained about waiting years for an opportunity, even though he's better than others in NXT who keep getting title chances. Evans said he's not in the mood for this right now. Briggs told Evans he's never going to beat Oba. Evans tried to respond, but Briggs kicked Evans in the face. They brawled, and Briggs gave Evans a chokeslam onto a chair in the ring and stood tall. Candice LeRae defeated Zaya Brookside in a WWE Speed Women's Championship #1 contender match.
They announced last week while we were off that the Speed Championships have been moved to NXT. So they're going to be the Speed Championships are not being retired. They've been moved to NXT and they're going to be defended there because I think it's more for Sol Ruka because I think they still want to push that Sol's like a double champ. So
right.
Well, they set up this tournament to give her a challenger for the Speed title at No Mercy.
Gotcha. Josh Briggs was in the locker room where Kel Dixon and Uriah O'Connor said that Briggs was a bully. Andre Chase spoke up for his guys. Briggs trashed Chase. So Kale and Uraja claimed Chase would school him. Chase and Uraja left to talk to GM Ava. JC Jane and Fatal Influence were in NXT GM Ava's office with Izzy Dame and Tatum Paxley and Sol Ruka and Zarya. The three teams exchanged words. Ava booked triple threat tag team elimination match next week, and the winners will get a future women's tag team title match.
I like that it's elimination rules and not just a triple threat.
Yeah. All right. Oh, yes. Yes, I do like that as well. Dark State cut a promo taking turns talking about their past and how winning the NXT tag team titles validated them. Sugars said they have different backgrounds, but the same struggles. They said when Dark State strikes, nobody is safe. And I will get to that promo later, as I alluded to in the show, because they basically pulled the curtain back a little bit on the business. Yeah. Trick Williams, TNA champion, came out to cut a promo about how he is the greatest NXT superstar of all time, but was interrupted by DIY. Oh my God, they're back with their old music. And Justin felt so happy about this. I don't know for sure, but I am just guessing. I'm probably going to bat 1,000 on that reaction.
I'm always happy to see DIY back in NXT.
And their old music.
Yep.
The best NXT has ever seen going over what they did in NXT to big cheers. Trick said he took their accolades and sent them back to medieval times. Trick claimed he carried Carmelo Hayes and was still the greatest NXT superstar of all time. Ciampa shoved Trick, so Trick tried to punch. Ciampa ducked, and Gargano hit a super kick. DIY hit Meat in the middle to put Trick down. Ava approached Javon Evans in the trainer's room and said, if you stay out of Josh Briggs' match tonight, then Evans can face Briggs next week. Evans agreed. Where was I? Evans agreed, and Ava made a security escort for him to make sure. Ethan Page and the NXT North American. Hold on for 1 second.
Ethan Page, the NXT North American champion,
was backstage with Tavion Heights and Ava, the NXT GM. Heights complained about Page being a jerk to him, while Page bragged about being a superior Canadian. Page assumed she was going to make their next match at a flag match, and Ava said she wasn't going to do that, but now she'll make it a flag match.
That's what you get for opening your mouth, Ethan.
Yep. Jordan Grace defeated Kylie Armstrong. Blake Monroe came out to attack Jordan, but after the match, they brawled. Blake was bleeding a bit as they were separated by officials. A video package aired featuring Lola Vice discussing her life story. Josh Briggs defeated Andre Chase after the match. Briggs sent Dixon into the barricade. Briggs gave Connors a chokeslam through the commentary desk. In the main event, Obafemi, Ricky Saints, and Hank and Tank defeated Dark State in the 8-man tag team match. Oba and Ricky got into it and brawled to the back, leaving Hank and Tank outnumbered. Cutler James said, "No one is saving you now," to Hank, and Hank said, "Joe Hendry," and that led to Joe Hendry's music playing. Hendry appeared on the apron, and James went after him. Hank picked up James, and Hank and Tank hit their finisher on James for the win. Hank and Tank celebrated with Joe Hendry in the ring as the cameras cut to the back to show Oba and Femi still fighting and being separated as the show ended. That spot was awesome.
I love that. I love that. No one's coming to save you. Hey, Joe Hendry, say his name, and
and then it pans back, and he's.
And then it's like, I love that they cut to the entranceway showing his music, and then the camera cut back to show Joe was suddenly appeared on. He appeared on the apron. It's like, I'm here.
Right.
I thought that was fantastic. It's like they're having really fun at NXT lately with summoning Joe Hendry. It's like, say his name and he appears, baby.
Yep.
I love that finish. I thought it was hilarious.
Mm-hmm. Dude? Briggs is getting that go home heat.
He is, in a good way.
Yeah, in a good way.
I'm liking what they're doing with him with this heel work right now.
Yeah.
He's definitely getting a good push here, and so hopefully he can. This can help him out.
Yeah. Are you surprised they moved off of Javon Evans and in the main event picture?
Yeah. Yeah. I am surprised, but it definitely. I feel that this leaves more that I have the odds. It puts the odds more in Ricky's favor that he's going to be the one to dethrone Oba, because I mean, it makes sense. Ricky's like the biggest name in the men's division outside of Oba at this point.
Yeah.
I mean, they're obviously very high in Javon, but I guess they're not ready to belt him just yet. So, it's like so that's why they slid him right over to this Josh Briggs feud.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've been saying that for like 6 months.
Yeah, you're totally right, kid. And it's like, you are dead on target. It's something we've talked about for a while. It's like it's like they need more credible men in the men's division on NXT, and that's why they're trying to build John Spriggs up as a credible heel contender here.
Yeah.
Well, I'm liking what's going on with Oben Ricky. I'm glad, it's like even though they're baby faces, they don't get along, and they tried to work together, but it boiled over. I was thinking like, oh no, but I love that Joe Hendry helped bail Hank and Tank out so that baby faces got to win. So, but yeah, let's talk about that Dark State joint promo. I thought was really effective.
Mm-hmm.
Whether he's talking about like especially Cutler James, because I watched LFG, I was like, it's like Cutler James was talking about what happened on LFG with BJ. That BJ guy's a real asshole. I don't know. I don't know if it's a combination of they're asking him to amp it up, or he really is that much of an asshole. I think it's probably both. But he's just as bad as he was last season on the current season right now. It's like he got into it's like they showed him getting into it with another guy backstage that because he felt that he was taking liberties with him and working stiff in the match they did. I'm glad that Cutler, even though he didn't make it in LFG, that they thought highly enough of him to just graduate him right to NXT.
Right.
So, and I like how he's standing out as like, he can go in the ring, but he's got a personality where he's the one that's a little off.
Right.
I like that.
All right, DIY being back. What do you think of that?
I liked it. Although it's a little weird, they were in full babyface mode, even though they've been heels for quite a long time on the main roster. But when it comes to NXT, the NXT faithful are always going to love DIY, no matter if they're heel or babyface. So I guess they decided to just write it and it also made sense with Trick, because Trick is out there saying he's the greatest NXT superstar of all time. And of course, Johnny and Ciampa would have something to say about that with what they did in NXT. I also appreciate the shout out to Adam Cole by Johnny when he was talking about great NXT talent. You mentioned Undisputed. I was like, I appreciate you giving a shout out to Cole there, Johnny. Appreciate that. So I guess this is setting up like Trick maybe getting some backup to deal with DIY. This is definitely set up for the return to Full Sail that's coming up soon. That's already sold out. They said it's sold out. The NXT going back to Full Sail. I'm excited for that because that's I came to love the Black and Gold during the Full Sail era. So that the Full Sail when NXT was at Full Sail, that the Black and Gold era, that has a special place in my heart. So I'm excited for them to go, but they're going back to Full Sail. That's going to be an awesome show. I have a feeling. So I was like, okay, they're having DIY come back because they're going to the Full Sail. It's like they want to remind people about the awesomeness of the Black and Gold era. So that's why DIY was here.
Black and Gold was so good.
Yeah,
it was so good.
And plus, it was convenient because Candice was there that night as well for the match against Zaya. So they're like, okay, Candice is good there. Let's bring in DIY here, and it's like
it might have been a one-off. It might have not. I don't know.
Trick alluded to say that he was going to make DIY pay for embarrassing him, so I think that's leading to something. So
he did drop Carmelo Hayes' name, so it might be some weird triple threat between DIY and Carmelo Hayes.
I could see that because Melo's getting real. He trashed Melo, saying he carried him. So, and plus they're building up Melo for a babyface turn up on the main roster. So I think it would be cool if he came back as well. That would be an awesome surprise.
Yeah,
but the NXT fans would go nuts if Carmelo comes back.
Oh yeah. What's a flag match?
You know what? It's funny. Caden asked me that the other night when we were both hanging out and JD from New York's chat during his live stream. He asked me, like, what is a flag match, by the way? It's like, so funny you should ask. So a flag match, this goes back quite a ways. In fact, like even to the 80s, it was I think it was when the flag match came into being. It's basically like capture the flag. The heel and the babyface each have the respective flag of their countries on a held up on in one corner of the ring, and the object is to beat your opponent down senseless enough to the point where you can pretty much capture your opponent's flag of country origin.
Okay.
So
did they do that in TNA once with like Team Canada?
I think they did. One of the ones that I remember was from Canadian Stampede. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's like I was like I gave Caden some examples that he could look up. It's like one of the big ones, like it was Canadian Stampede. During the height of the Hart Foundation era, there was a flag match on that In Your House pay-per-view. It was Brett. I think it was Brett and Bulldog against Vader and the Patriot. I think. Let me
That
see.
tracks.
Let me pull up Canadian Stampede.
Okay. But yeah, while you're pulling that up, yeah, Dark State talking about how all of them were once security guards, and they literally showed them.
That was another show.
Okay.
Let's see.
But yeah, as I was while you're looking that up, but I did like that and how they literally showed them being security guards, which you typically don't do. I know they brought it up with Keith Lee, but that was more of like, just an alternate video, like not during actual show.
It was Bad Blood 97, the Hell in a Cell #1. Yeah, it was Vader and the Patriot against Brett and Bulldog in a flag match.
Gotcha.
So if you want to understand how a flag match works, you can go watch that one. You can find it on YouTube.
Okay. Thank you. But yeah, like I was saying, the Dark State basically pulling the curtain back about how they all started from the bottom as being security guards, and now they're here being tag team champions. So I like that stuff too, because we always just like, MJF, the famous MJF Samoa Joe, like bumping into him being a security guard, Keith Lee being a security guard, or like, how the Rosebuds with like Becky Lynch and
I liked how, I forget what his name, like they showed the footage of like Oba like disrespecting him and stuff like that. I was like this is really good continuity shit to explain what's motivated them to form this faction.
Yeah, I just really like that promo that they did. Like you said, Blake Monroe and Jordan Grace can fight forever.
Yeah.
I did like how Ariana Grace was just like different person.
Yeah, I love that how Ariana's like, no relation. Right. I don't like her either. And I like how Blake was like, you know what? I like you. I was like, it makes total sense that Blake and Ariana Grace would bond. It's like it's like
which the next match Jordan should basically take the next match or something, but I don't mind seeing Ariana Grace.
He's definitely gonna. I could see this going like 3 matches. I think Jordan's gonna win the next match to even things up, and then you could have like a blow off, a third match, rubber match for sure. It's just like I'm loving. It's like it's bringing out the best in both Jordan and Blake. So it's one of the best feuds going on in NXT right now between them. I'm loving it.
All right. Yeah, I'm liking what they're doing with Briggs. I still can't get over that Joe Hendry spot and how the production was on that. It was so good.
Yeah, it was interesting how they're both high on Lash and Jada. So even though Lash won the match, Jada got her heat back by laying Lash out by putting her through the barricade. So
yeah,
so that's definitely a feud that is not over yet. So
and how do you pump up a next up and coming baby face? You give them a background vignette.
Yeah, I was not surprised by the Lola Vice video. I thought it was very nice actually, explaining like her background as being Cuban American, and stuff like that, and
yeah,
I could see them putting the belt on her at this point, honestly. Yeah. Because the dissension is increasing in Fatal Wounds, because like Fallon and JC continue to trash Jasmine Nix, and Jasmine Nix is only going to be able to take that for so much longer. It's like before something happens. It definitely felt like they're setting that up because they obviously are like, okay, we need to get the knockouts title off of her, but we don't want her to lose. So that's why they did the triple threat, so that it could go back to TNA without her getting pinned. So she stays strong as the NXT champion before she drops the title. So I could see Lola beating her for the title at No Mercy. I think it's very possible.
Yeah.
Not saying it's a guarantee, but I think it's definitely in the cards. Yeah. And I would have no problem with that, honestly. I think Lola has earned it. She's really impressed me since I started watching her work. God, it was almost like a year and a half ago. It's like I was like, okay, she's not bad. Like remember when like she won the breakout tournament? And remember when she tried to cash in the breakout contract while Lyra and Roxanne were having the title match. Mm-hmm. That's when I was like, okay, you know what? I can see where they see in her. But then, like last year, it's like the more she wrestled, I was like, she's really improving in the ring. It's like, and she's gotten to the point, especially that feud with Jada last year that led to the Underground match. I was like, okay, yeah, they definitely see something in her because she won that feud outright.
Yep, she did. Yeah, I mean, Lola winning No Mercies. Yeah,
I think it's the right move at this point. I mean, JC's had the title longer than anybody expected her to have the title. So it's like, and the season of the dissension going on in between inside Fatal Influence is it's reaching it's hitting that boiling point. It's like how much more shit is Jasmine Nix going to take from these two? Because they keep trashing her as the weak link of the group at this point. It's like like JC outright blamed her for her costing her the Knockouts title match. It's like, which it kind of makes sense because her interference was spotted by the ref and she and Fallon got tossed, but the rest of the Elegance brand did not, and they helped Ash win the match,
right?
Because it was triple threat rule, so no DQ.
Gotcha. Yeah. So I mean, this was a really fun show. Like I really liked it. Oba and Ricky.
Yeah, I was mentioning that earlier. Yeah, it's like ever since she had a great match against Roxanne last year for the title, and so she's impressed me like ever since. So
her match with Shayna was really fun.
Yeah, I remember that. So
no, anything else on this show?
Nope. No Mercy shaping up to pretty good, and I'm glad it's not going head to head against AEW or anything. It's going to be on its own. No Mercy later this month.
Was there any cards you wanted to preview that we're looking at as far as because WrestlePalooza we really don't.
Okay,
know.
so I forgot we're gonna so right now the only match official for WrestlePalooza is Io versus Stephanie for the vacant Women's World Championship. But the other matches that are rumored to be going to be set up for WrestlePalooza are Cena versus Brock, which makes sense, especially if Brock shows up on SmackDown tomorrow. Drew versus Cody, which also makes sense because whereas Cody's almost done finishing his stuff for Street Fighter, so he'll be back soon. So like the stuff between Drew and Randy is kind of like a filler until Cody comes back. So that's another banger match. And then of course, Punk and AJ against Seth and Becky in a mixed tag.
Well, Punk and a partner of his choosing, because we don't know yet.
That's the rumor.
That's the rumor on that. And then AEW's card. Where are we at with that card? Are they
for all in or all out? Yeah,
it's all out. I don't know. It's one of the alls.
Yeah, it's all out. So yeah, like I said, I think right now the only 3 matches confirmed for all out are Edge and Christian versus FTR, Hurt Syndicate against Ricochet and the Gates of Agony, and Mercedes versus Rio for the TBS title. Now the only matches that are official so far for.
Okay. It's a decent card.
Both, yeah, that's decent. But if those other matches I mentioned besides Io Stephanie are going to be on WrestlePalooza is holy shit. WWE is not going to be playing around. They want to go all out for this first pay-per-view on PLE on ESPN.
Yeah. Yep, they do. Speaking about Edge and Christian, I've got shout out to Edge and Christian when they were having a war of words with FTR, yes, and Edge was like, no, you can't. Did you have a father? No, we're not doing that. And then they were like, he's like, fine.
And he's like, okay, you're all sick. Okay, fine. And then he let Christian finish.
Yeah,
I thought that was funny.
Yeah, I had to and I'll also shout out to Tony having the locker room come out and kind of give a little homage to Taz. That was a nice gesture.
Yeah, I thought it was nice. Odd that they didn't show it on the main show, but it was nice that they did it.
I mean, that is one of those ones where you go off the air and then you do it and then you share it online.
Yeah, maybe Taz didn't want it to be on the main show. It's like but it was nice that he's kind of like in the Hall of Fame there at the ECW arena, which is appropriate. So, I thought it was nice. The tribalists were coming out online being like, "See, they can't even look at how many people are in the arena." They're like, "It's the ECW arena, you dumb dumbs." Oh, that reminds me. I did appreciate that little segment on Dynamite between Samoa Joe, Hobbs, and Hook, where Hook is like bitching about him being replaced, but Joe was right. It's like, you're injured. We need someone to step in, and it's like, why wouldn't we want Powerhouse Hobbs to join the team? It's like, seriously. So I don't know if that's leading somewhere. We'll see. It's like maybe it may lead to maybe something between Joe and Hook. I don't know. Yeah. But I did appreciate it. It was totally understandable that he was like it's like, why'd you replace me so fast? Well, I was out injured. It's like, exactly. But Joe was like, yeah, look, dude, what do you expect? Right.
But yeah, that's pretty much all I got for the world of wrestling.
I think that pretty much covers it. So yeah, both WrestlePalooza and All In are slowly taking form. We'll probably have some more matches made official by next week, especially if a certain someone shows up on Smackdown tomorrow in Chicago.
Who knows? It's a mystery.
Yep. Yeah, so. It's like Punk's alluding to somebody. I wonder. It's like Punk's going to be there. There's rumors. It's like we'll find out.
Only time will tell. Yeah. Tune in tomorrow night on SmackDown. It might end up being the last wrestling show I watch. So, but thank you all for joining us, Caden and Giff in the chats. Everyone that's joining us later on after this live recording, if you just give us your favorite AJ Lee memory down below, or where you think what could help these two mid cards for both companies kind of really shape up and light a fire under it, because right now they're just kind of bleh. But that happens a lot with the mid card. They're just trying to fit the pieces, and sometimes the pieces just don't fit. It's just not flowing right. That happens. That is why it's a weekly thing, and sometimes just don't always work. But for all other people out there, as far as what we got going on, Sol and I should be on tomorrow night to go over our Rev book club, where we break down the book of the month. And on Monday, Tushka and I will be back with week one of the Fantasy F Around to kind of break down everything in the world of fantasy sports, mainly football, which it's all football. So tune in over there.
You too. Take care.
Thanks, Caden. And as we break that stuff down, and then join us on Wednesday as myself, Sol, and Tushka break down everything else in the sports world in Rev Sports Wrap It Up. And then you get me and Justin again on Thursday at 8 o'clock Central, 9 o'clock Eastern. So hopefully she will be back tomorrow night. If not, this show might end, or Justin's going to have to find another host. I don't know. So people tune in next week to see what happens.
Yep. See you then, people.
Yeah.
Good night.